The 1/2-inch thread rod, and we're going to run it into this hole, and then we'll take the shoulder with the flanged nut, stick it on here. It's easier to turn the bolt than try to spin that nut from here. So we'll run that in, and then we'll take the jam nut and again do the same thing. So it should end up being right at flush in the back there. Tighten that one. We'll jam them together. Makes that good and tight. Next we'll take our adapter plate for the wheel. Insert that. The gold M12 bolts. Insert one on each side. And put the nuts on those. And we'll tighten those up. Now, the depth of this is adjustable depending on the size of your wheel and tire. So you'll want to move or adjust this after you'll check it where the wheel and tire goes, and then kind of get this set. And then you can adjust it here as well. But the last set of nuts go on here. The same thing, we'll take our two wrenches and jam these together. That's the final assembly of that unit. Now you're ready for your wheel, and you'll actually have to source the nuts because we don't know what wheel you have. So whether you have a steel wheel or aluminum wheel, alloy wheel, that'll determine which nuts you'll use here. Your van quite possibly comes with lug bolts instead of lug nuts, so they won't be the same. But you can source these at your local tire store depending on what wheel you have. All right? So we're going to measure the depth of the wheel. We're basically going to check this and see what the depth is, which that shows about 6 inches. So because I'm slightly down below the tire, that should work out perfect. We want to have a little bit of pressure against the spare tire carrier. So if you have about 1/4 of an inch more than what your depth shows, that should work out perfectly. So we measured about 6 inches on our tire when we measured the depth. We're going to check this measurement here. Right now we're at 6.5. Run this in. I'm going to fudge it a little bit more because that tire probably showed about 6 1/4. So we're going to put it about 6 1/8. And that's how you adjust that. So now when you put your tire on here, the tire should rest firmly against the ladder. We don't want it just hanging off just to the bolts. We want the tire firmly against the ladder so that you don't get any movement causing stress on the whole system. So, all right? And that finishes up our install for today.